Rumble Inthejungle looks set to contest the Commonwealth Cup next Friday. How excited are you about that?
Yeah, no, looking forward to it. Obviously we're not there yet, and we've just got a few more finishing touches to put on him, but he's in good shape and he enjoyed his racecourse gallop on the July course in Newmarket last weekend, so yeah, we're ready to go.
And what was the idea about having a racecourse gallop rather than a race itself?
Well, he was slow to come to hand through after his winter break and what have you, so he's come along nicely, and we just took the view that it was easier to go straight there with a racecourse gallop than rush him and you know, put us back. So no, he's in A1 shape and we're looking forward to running him next week now.
And Michael Hills rode him work that day at Newmarket. What did he say when he got off him?
I think Mike's excited. He's ridden him all his work this year, and you know, each week he's improved, and you know, that Saturday last week was good. It was good to see, and you know, just getting him away somewhere new, getting him on a horse box and just bringing him to life is hopefully helped, and no, he worked well and we're very happy with him. I think his last start last year in the Middle Park was a big run, and he sort of put the blip at Donny behind him, but he'd had a long season really from debuting at Salisbury before Royal Ascot, and you know, he turned up at the big meetings and ran well apart from Donny, which, you know, I think it was a combination of a couple of things that didn't see him perform that well on that day, but he's done very well from last year to this year, and he won first time out last year at Salisbury, so I'm not too worried about you know, not having a run going into Ascot. I know it's a big challenge for the team here to get him right, but he looks amazing, and in the last 2 weeks he's really thriving, and I think the form, in my mind, the way he is now, he can swing it round, I think.
Yeah, and with no Calix and the race looking to cut up a little bit, you must be excited, more excited than perhaps you were a few months ago.
I think we've always had faith in him being a very good horse, and his mental state is very good. He's for a sprinter, he's very laid back and very chilled at home, and then he sort of comes alive when he gets in the gates, and you know, he knows what he's there for, which is great for us at home to be able to deal with him on a day-to-day basis. But I think before the big guns really came out, and you know, Calix and the filly in Ireland, we were still confident, even with those in, that he's going to have a big chance next week at Ascot, because he's a good horse, and I think we're taking on horses we've run against, but I think we're in a better place than we were last year, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
You mentioned last year he showed he can deal with Royal Ascot. He ran really creditably, finishing 4th in the Norfolk, so he proves that he can handle the big occasion.
Yeah, and that was on his second start, and you know, if you watch the replay of that race, he travelled very well for a good period of time, you know, with the American horse, and it was probably just greenness and inexperience that caught him out that day. And then he took a massive step from there to go to Goodwood and sort of obliterated the field there, and he's in similar form, if not maybe a bit better than we had him last year going to Goodwood, I think. So the big plus with him, he's got a very high cruising speed, so they're not going to be hanging around in that race next week. So yeah, it's going to, you know, play into our hands, I think.